So I've completed step 3 and I'm ready to move on to step 4, which says using a pencil. I am going to draw on my pattern, okay? I put mine on the clipboard just so I could have something to hard surface while I'm doing this for you guys. You're going to draw on your pattern to show where you will utilize each stitch, okay? Where the extras will go, and etc. Be as creative as you want here. If you're really struggling with ideas of kind of what you think you want your monster to look like, I have put some examples of past students' work up on Canvas for you to look at as well. But with your pattern, you guys have to utilize all 3 stitches, okay? So somewhere on here you have to use the running stitch, back stitch, and over stitch, okay? You have to use them at least once. Besides those 3 stitches, other requirements is you must have a face, so eyes and mouth, and at least 1 extra or accessory, okay? So what you're going to do is you are going to look at the papers that I've laminated in the middle of your table, okay? These are the extras that you can choose from in the faces, okay? So the first paper, one of them, will have some monster accessories you can do, okay? So you can do a heart. This is like a necklace. You can do a tie. This is an iPod. You can do a guitar. If you don't like any of these, you can design your own on paper and cut that out as well, okay? So those are some extras you can choose from. These are your monster eyes that you can use. You can do like multiple different sizes and stack them on top of each other. Just be as creative as you want, but again, these are just ideas to get you started. Okay, and then here are some mouth ideas that you can do as well. Okay, so I'm going to use these as a guide when trying to plan out my monster. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my monster here and I'm going to say the overstitch. I want to use the overstitch to close up my monster. Okay, so along the edge somewhere, I am just going to write overstitch. That way when I'm working on my project, I know that I'm going to use the overstitch to put my 2 patterns of my monster together. Okay, so I've used my overstitch at least once. Then let's say I'm going to look at my mouth. Okay, let's say I am going to do these 2 teeth. Okay, I want to do those 2 teeth. So I'm going to draw my teeth on here. Okay, and then I want my monster to have a little bit of a mouth like this. Okay, so I'm going to say for this, I am just going to stitch on. So for that, I'm going to say, you know what, I'm going to do my back stitch there. And then for my teeth, maybe to get those on, I'm going to say I'm going to do my running stitch. Okay, you have to use each stitch at least once, and once you've used it, you're good to move on and you can use whatever else you want. Okay, so I've met my requirement of my mouth. So now I have to decide, what eyes do I want? I think I want to do a couple different size eyes. So I think I'm going to do the big circle, and then I think I'm going to put the little circle in here. So it looks like he has kind of 2 eyes. So I'm going to draw 2 different circles to show that these are my eyes, and then I have to decide what stitch I'm going to use. So I'm going to say, you know, for the big one, I'm going to do the over stitch, and the little one, let's do the back stitch again. Okay, so I now have an eye and a mouth. Now I have to add 1 accessory. I think I'm going to give mine the heart. Okay, so I'm going to draw my heart on where I think I'm going to put it, and then I'm going to say I'm going to do the running stitch here. Okay. And you can be as creative as you want. You can make your face, mouth, accessories look like whatever you want. Again, I have some really good examples of some really good projects that students have done in the past on Canvas if you're struggling to really get started and think what you want. Okay, so that is step 4, okay, where you are going to figure out what your face is going to look like, okay? So that is step 4.